to my Happy Path online yoga studio. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Shani Matthews. Please make your way onto your belly, allowing yourself to come into a supine position, resting on your left cheek, drawing the eyes to close and relaxing into the mat. Let everything else float away in unimportance and draw your full awareness to the breath. Start to allow the breath to grow in length and quality. Feel how that connection with the quality of the breath allows you to ground and center, connecting in with your truth. Start to allow that breath to grow into a full 4 count, inhalation and exhalation, creating a slight pause between the breaths. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Pausing 1, 2. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pausing. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pausing. Continue on counting to yourself, connecting in deeper with that breath. Allowing yourself to ground and center, feeling fully supported by your mat. My intention for today's class is to connect in with and create more space for releasing a fear that's blocking from creating your highest, most brilliant self. Oftentimes our fears are connected in with a negative belief system. While you connect in with that 4-2 breath, take a moment to create an intention for yourself in class today. What negative belief system is creating a fear that's blocking you from your happiest, healthiest self? Maybe it's a fear of scarcity, or maybe it's a fear of not feeling worthy, or maybe it's a fear of not being loved. Connect in with that fear now, breathing into that place. Sitting with, while using the breath, to acknowledge where that fear is coming from, so that you may release the negative belief that holds you back from your sparkle. Go ahead and shift onto the right cheek now, continuing in with deepening that connection with the breath. 15 more breaths here. Starting to allow your hips to wiggle from side to side as you connect in deeper with that breath, nurturing yourself from within, healing that negative belief system so it can opposite itself and become the positive of its negative. Maybe taking a pause from side to side, Feeling into where your hips need a little bit more love, a little bit more attention. Five more breaths here. Now bending at the knees, windshield wiper the feet from side to side, coming onto the chin, creating that healthy cervical spine curvature. If it is painful for you at all to come onto the chin, then just repeat going to the left cheek. Otherwise, with all the cell phone use and texting that we do and computer use, it's good to create that cervical curvature that is needed for a healthy spine. Breathing into this place of loving care here. Windshield wipering those feet from side to side, opening up the lower back, starting to awaken the kidney area, a place that we hold so much of our fear. 5 more breaths here. And then bringing the feet to center, allowing the feet to lengthen on the mat. Inhale, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press back into child's pose. Feeling the feet touching as the knees spread wide. Arms are energized. Lengthen and create space between the hands and the hips. Giving some time for some space to come in between the vertebrae. 2 more breaths here. Rounding the shoulders towards the mat. 1 more breath. And exhaling, coming on up onto the heels. I'm going to spin to face you for a moment here. Coming into seated Baddha Konasana. Draw the feet so they're kissing. Bring the hands underneath the feet and allow the spine to draw itself long. Rocking the head from side to side, feeling the placement of a natural spinal curve in the cervical spine. And then starting to butterfly the knees up and down. This is an amazing move for the reproductive organs as well as the kidneys. Helping to flush any stagnant energy, any toxicity going on in the lower intestines. Continue in, connecting in with that deep, loving 4-2 ratio breath. Let the eyes close. Maybe bringing a slight smile to the face. Softening the eyes. Softening the jaw. 2 more breaths here. And then letting the butterfly come to quiet. Inhale the spine super long 1 more time. And then exhale, come forward. Press the elbows into the knees, allowing the legs to Open up a little bit more. Drawing the eyes to close. Breathe into the hips. Breathe into the kidneys. Breathe into your heart. Quoting Napoleon Hill, fears are nothing more than a state of mind. Take this moment in Baddha Konasana to feel into the sparkle that resides within you. Feel that love within your heart while you ground through the pelvis into the mat. 2 more breaths here. And then at the end of your exhale, come on up. Taking the right leg into the arm, either placing the hand around the foot or bringing the foot into the crook of the arm, wrap your right arm around the knee and interlace the fingers. Coming into rocking the right baby leg, let's start to rock it from side to side. And like a baby, take a moment to send some sincere, loving gratitude to the right leg and all that it does for you. Walking, running, standing, driving, hiking, living. Breathe into that. Once again, closing the eyes, connecting in with your parasympathetic system while you send gratitude to the right leg. Drawing it in to the chest with a straight spine, cleansing the kidney as you rock your baby from side to side. 3 more breaths here. Last breath. At the end of the exhale, come to center. Letting the right leg go, place the right leg in front of the left. Right shin placed in front of the left. Inhale, spine long. Exhale, bow forward. Only coming as far forward as it feels good for you. And then breathing into that right hip. Two more breaths here. At the end of your exhale, come on up. Ground into the shifts you've created for yourself thus far in class. Eyes closed, connecting in with your 4-2 ratio breath. Drawing your left leg into you. Repeating whatever arm holding you did for your baby on the right side. Making sure that that foot, if it's in the elbow crease, is really locked in, helping you have a bit of a traction on that foot. Inhale the spine long and then start to rock your left leg from side to side, connecting in with the gratitude that you are sending it. The appreciation for all of the walking, running, hiking, enjoying of life that the left leg allows you to do. Closing the eyes. Breathing in to that gratitude. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, letting that left foot go, placing the left shin in front of the right. Inhale, the spine long. Exhale, bowing forward. One more breath here. At the end of the exhale, coming back on up. Bringing your hands around to the front of your mat. Tuck your toes and push back on up into down dog. Take a moment to create that beautiful alignment for yourself. Fingers spread wide, toes spread wide, feet hip-width apart. Rolling the shoulders towards the mat, drawing the biceps up and in, allowing those shoulders to roll further towards the mat, shaking out the head. Feeling that strength emanating up through the hands and feet as it creates a more grounding, centering sensation in the body. One more breath here. And then bend both knees and take a walk on up to the hands. Inhaling, coming up halfway, hands on the floor or the shins, whichever allows you to let that heart shine through the collarbones a little bit more with a flat back. On the next exhale, fold forward. Twice more with movement. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhale, folding into yourself. One more time. And exhale. Staying here for 3 rounds of breath. Wrapping the hands around the elbows, rock your head from side to side. Feel into the 4 corners of the feet, behind the big toe, little toe, and on either side of the heel. Feel how they ground into the mat, giving you more stability as you rock from side to side. One more breath. And then coming to center. Bend both knees and roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Allowing the head to come up last, hands draw towards the floor. Shoulder blades walking down the back, allowing more space for the shoulder blades. More space for the shoulders, more space for the cervical spine. Grounding into the 4 corners of your feet, eyes closed. 2 more breaths here. Engaging the core. Drawing the knees up towards the hips. 1 more breath. Feeling your strength, your balance. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, legs engaged this time. Flat back, rise all the way on up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, flowing forward, folding into yourself with gratitude. Inhale, rising. On this exhale, as the hands come to the heart, Om, with love and gratitude. Inhaling deeply. Inhale, hands to the sky. 2 more rounds of half sun salutation. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way. Exhale, Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Feeling into the reverberations that's created from your breath, from the sounds of the Om, the peace that comes to life from the gift of the breath. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping back into plank. Inhaling fully and completely in plank. Exhale, come all the way down to the mat. Inhale, Salabhasana. Letting the hands and the feet rise off the mat. Spinal curvature within the cervical spine. Not looking too far up and not looking down at your belly either. Instead, having that natural curvature. One more breath here. Exhale, hands come below the shoulders. Push back on into child's pose. 3 breaths here, taking a moment to reconnect with yourself and that intention you created for yourself in class. Exhale, tuck the toes and rise on into down dog. Stepping the left foot to center. Inhale, toes rising with the inhale. Exhale, coiling through, placing that right foot down between the hands with control. Inhale into your 4 aspects of the lunge. That left heel pointing back towards the wall behind you. Right hip wrapping underneath you. Right knee stacked on top of that right ankle. Left leg strong and engaged. Coming onto the fingertips, letting that heart really shine forward. Letting it break through anything that is holding it back from allowing it to shine its true brilliance. One more breath here. Exhale, place that left knee on the mat. Inhale, hands rising towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold, straightening that right leg, bowing into the right knee. Inhale, coming into low lunge, hands towards the sky, feeling that heart opening. Exhale, bowing into the right leg. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, low lunge. Hands high. Feeling the opening coming into that left psoas. Maybe bending the elbows if that feels good for you and placing the head into the crook of the hands. Pressing the head into the hands. Creating a little bit more space within the chest to allow the heart to open. One more breath here. Exhale, coming forward with the hands, bringing that left elbow outside the right knee, bringing the hands into prayer. Inhale, spine long. Exhale, twist. Inhale, spine long. Exhale, twist. One more time, really creating that length, trying to bring that belly off of the quadricep, twisting deeper on your exhale. 2 more breaths here, maybe rising with that left knee, creating strength within the left leg. 1 more breath. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping that right foot back. Inhale, creating that loving, strong plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog on the inhale. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths here. Placing the right foot in the center of the mat, letting the toes rise with the inhale. Exhale, coil with control and love, placing that left foot between the hands. Inhale and high lunge, creating those beautiful 4 foundations of the lunge. And coming onto the fingertips so you can give a little bit more space for that heart to come through the collarbones. Right leg stays strong as the left hip wraps underneath you. 1 more breath here. Exhale, placing the right knee on the mat. Inhale, hands rising. Exhale, hands come to the mat, left leg straightens. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming forward. Bringing that right elbow outside the left knee. Hands come to prayer. Inhale, spine long. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, spine long. Exhale, twisting. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. For the last 2 rounds of breath, maybe bringing that right knee off the mat, strengthening that back leg. 1 more breath here. And exhale, hands come to the mat, stepping that left foot back, inhaling in a loving, kind plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathing into the complexity of your body, the kindness within the complexity of the body. How the breath is always there for you, no matter what. Allowing you to have a place of healing every single time you come to the mat. 1 more breath here. Exhale, come to the knees. Pressing back. Keeping the hands energized, arms energized. And then allowing the hips to stack on top of the knees. Bringing the hands onto the fingertips. Arms are energized. Come into happy doggy pose. Letting that heart really open up as you allow the chin to rest on the mat. If it doesn't feel good to come onto the chin, just fine to bring your head onto the forehead. We'll be here for 5 breaths, allowing that heart to melt towards the mat as the shoulder blades round towards the mat as well. Arms are energized, elbows high on the fingertips, hips stacked on top of the knees. Two more breaths. At the end of your next exhale, letting go with the fingertips and sliding on through. Rising in up dog. Creating some circles within your up dog to open the heart a little bit more. Releasing fear, flushing the kidneys. 2 more breaths here in this direction of the rotation, and then allow yourself to float in the opposite direction. Letting the eyes close and feeling into your sparkle, your brilliance. Two more breaths here. And then coming to stillness in the center of your cobra or up dog. Bending the elbows, letting those shoulders roll back, feeling the heart opening. Exhale, push back into child's pose. Reconnecting in with that 4-2 breath and your intention. Send light into your kidneys. Send light into your heart. 2 more breaths here. Fingers spread wide, tuck the toes and rise into down dog. Bending both knees, walk towards your hands. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Twice more, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Bending both knees, roll on up, 1 vertebra at a time. Coming into a little bit of breath of joy, shaking out that fear, letting go the negative belief. Allow your feet to come hip width apart. On the inhale, the hands rise towards the sky, and on the exhale, it's an open mouth roar. So it's like this. Inhaling. We'll be here for about 1 minute, so breathe into yourself, rising with the hands. Exhale. Let your eyes close as you ground into your feet, really feeling into how this breath of joy releases anything that's holding you back. Beautiful job. About halfway there. Keep it up. One of my favorite moves taught to me by yogauniverse.com. It's a great move for releasing all of our negativity. 10 more to go. 3, 2, 1. Hands all the way up. Inhaling deeply and completely. Hold. And exhale. Drawing the hands to the heart. Breathing into your beauty. And then slowly, as it feels good to you, coming down onto the mat. And rolling onto the back. Coming slowly down, one vertebra at a time. Drawing the knees into the chest. And rocking the knees from side to side. Breathing into your brilliance. Intertwining the legs, left leg over the right. Let the legs drift on over to the right side. Arm in an L. Right hand on the knee, creating a little bit more traction. 3 breaths here. At the end of your exhale, drawing the knees back to center. Making some small circles with the knees. And then intertwining the legs one more time. Right leg over left this time. And then letting the knees drift on over to the left. Right arm in an L. Left hand on the knees. Eyes closed. Two more breaths here. At the end of your next exhale, letting the feet come back to center. Bringing the feet close to the hips, about fingertip wide. So if you're coming down with a straight arm, you can barely touch the heel with the tippy tip of your fingertips on both sides. And then coming into bridge pose, press against the elbows, interlace the fingers, walking the shoulders underneath, press against the feet as the hips rise towards the sky, opening up that heart. Reconnecting now with that intention, feel into the opposite of that negative belief. You are worthy. You are valuable. You are loved. You are love. One more breath here. Exhale, releasing the hands, float down one vertebra at a time. Hugging the knees into the chest. Circling the knees in little circles, giving that lower back some love. Placing the feet back on the mat. Second round of bridge, rising on up. Interlacing the fingers. Bringing the shoulders underneath you to create space for the cervical spine. If it's part of your practice to come into wheel, go ahead and bring the hands on either side of the ears. Fingers are spread really wide. Inhaling, coming onto the top of the head. And then if it feels good to you here, pressing against the hands to rise into wheel. Otherwise, just staying in bridge, feeling into that opening of the heart. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath here. And slowly coming down, one vertebra at a time. Drawing the knees to touch, feet wide, left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly. Breathe into yourself. And the last of the bridge or wheel cycles. Bringing the heels to touch the fingertips. Pressing against the elbows to let the hips rise. Tucking the shoulders underneath you. And then if you like to go into wheel, bringing the hands on either side of the ears. Inhaling to the top of the head. Exhale, pressing on up. Expanding that heart. Maybe coming onto the toes, giving yourself some more space in wheel. 3 breaths here. Last breath, really let it count. And then exhale, coming down, one vertebra at a time. Letting the feet come to touch, supine Baddha Konasana. Palms facing up. Drop into the beauty of the gift that you are giving yourself. Draw the knees into the chest. Drawing them deeply towards the armpits. One last chance to cleanse those kidneys. And then exhale, let those legs straighten on out. Feet come wider than hip width, hands wider than shoulders. Palms can either be facing up or down, whichever feels best for you. And allow yourself to drop deeply into your mat now, knowing that you are safe, supported, and cherished. Feeling that sense of loving relaxation coming into every single cell of the body. Allowing your Shavasana to heal every single cell and every space between. Quoting Gillian Anderson, just remember, you can do anything you set your mind to, but it takes action, perseverance, and facing your fears. With the deepest of gratitude, thank you for having the courage to face your fears and expand. You are not only doing a great service to yourself, but to all those that you come in contact with. In the deepest of love and gratitude to you, Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste.